Hi, Gali.
Hello, we
Hi.
are on
We are
live.
on live. Few minutes late.
Yeah, not on time, but on budget.
Yes.
So,
We had some fun with the camera.
yeah, but I think this is a great picture.
Yes.
Hopefully, everyone can see us and hear us well.
Yes.
We have the chat going. So, if you are here and wanting to ask any questions, you can shoot and we'll have a look at it as we go. The subject for today is your relationship with money.
Mm-hmm.
Money is the most controversial, toughest, up and down relationship people have. It's like love hate. It's a hard lover.
Yeah.
Sometimes you love it, sometimes you hate it.
Yeah.
And it seems that some people have a great relationship with money, but then if they do, some other parts of their life struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like some people have a horrible relationship with their money, and then actually even more parts of their life struggle.
Yes.
So what can people do? Number one, what is the relationship with money? And that's the subject for today.
Okay. So money has an emotion.
Yes.
Money has an emotion, and it's weird to say that money has an emotion because money is a dead thing. It's people think about money as a piece of paper.
Yeah. Card. Yeah.
Card.
Yeah.
Yes. But actually, money itself is not just the currency.
Mm-hmm.
Money has to do with your state of mind.
Yes.
Money has to do with your spiritual condition.
Mm-hmm.
Because money comes to those people that can have it.
Yeah.
Money comes to those people that can have it.
Okay, but so before we go on with, did you want to say more?
No, go for it.
Everyone says I can have money.
Yeah, like everyone say I want to have the most beautiful lady.
Yes.
I can have her.
Yeah.
But you put in front of them the most beautiful lady, and they're like
stutter.
Yes,
Yeah.
stutter in the good case.
Yes. Yeah.
In the bad case, they get a heart attack.
Yes, true.
So the fact that someone says something means very little.
Yes.
Most of what people say, they don't actually say it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There is something else that say it for them.
Yes.
So generally, you can think about it as if I ask you a question, and imagine someone asks you a question, and imagine that I'm telling you this is what you're going to answer him, and you answer, and he will think that you say it.
Yeah.
But in reality, you didn't say it. I say it.
Right.
Your mouth move, but you are just a computer, and the programmer, me, tells you what to say.
Right. Yes.
Yes. So when you see when Siri talks to you, it's, I don't know if you know, but it's actually the programmer talk to you. It's not Siri.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's really what happened. Most of the people, most of the time, are just Siri.
Mm-hmm.
And they're totally oblivion to the programmer that tells them what to do, how to do. Totally oblivion. They're 100% sure that it's them. Now, how do you know that it's not you? You have a very, very, very strong viewpoint that you are right and other people's are wrong.
Mm. So if you think that your way is right, that's your indication.
Yeah, there's a very tricky thing here. So you need to be able to see all viewpoints
mm-hmm.
and have a total certainty about your viewpoint.
Right.
It's almost contrary. It's almost contrary,
mm-hmm.
but it's not. Because only once you can have all the viewpoint will you have a certainty about your viewpoint.
Yes, I can see that. But so you have a certainty on your viewpoint, but you can see everyone else's.
Yes.
And because you can see everyone else's, you can look at is it a comparison or what is it?
Because you can see everyone else. If you see everything,
mm-hmm.
you know everything.
Yes, if you see everything, you know everything, yes.
If you know everything, you can bring about anything you want.
True.
You are on NCT? Yes.
Yeah, NCT, like the movie Limitless.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, when Bradley Cooper was could see everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So you really have to understand that you need to be able to have all viewpoints. So if you think white people are bad or black people are matter or Chinese people do not matter or whatever your idea of, I have an opinion, I'm right wing and he's left wing, so because of that he's bad or whatever, at that moment you're gone.
Okay, so
You're
but
gone.
let's say we're Jewish,
Yeah.
and we say, but the Holocaust was bad.
Yes.
So,
But I can see also everything else. Yes, the Holocaust was bad, but Hitler was mad, but he was also a genius, total genius. He was definitely leading people. I totally think that what he's done was incorrect is not enough to say, because he destroyed himself, because he didn't need to fight and he fought.
right.
But on the other hand, he built the most amazing war machine, the most amazing intelligence, probably the best intelligence system ever built on the planet.
Yeah.
So I see all viewpoints. I don't
Right.
just go and say, oh, because it's from Germany, then they're bad, and German equal bad, equal Hitler, equal Nazi, equal I am a victim. No,
Right.
that's nonsense. Yes.
And it seems funny the way you say it, but there are some people that will say, "Oh, because it came from Germany," as an example, I won't use it.
Yes. Or because he's white, it's not good. Or because he's black, is not good.
Yeah.
Or because he's from this side of town. Or because he did that, then he's bad.
Yeah.
Even your action do not say anything about you.
Really? So what about your actions? Let's say you stole money in business before.
Let me show you.
Okay.
I cause you to steal money.
Uh-huh.
Does it say anything about you?
I know, not about me if there's someone behind.
Exactly. The spirit is perfect.
Yeah.
The spirit is perfect. Anything that is not perfect is not the spirit. So what happened is you take a person that seems like he did something else, but you never find the correct source, and you put this guy, the good guy, in jail, but the guy that actually did the problem is free.
But how do you find, I mean, in reality, out in day to day, it's the same unit. There's not, the guy that stole money or that did horrible things goes to jail.
Yeah, he goes to jail and he will become now professional stealer or professional criminal.
Yeah, they get worse over time, for sure.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So the handling is not to punish them. The handling is to find the why and to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
The handling is not to punish. So, but let's go back to money. We just somehow
yes. It's interesting though.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
But let's go back to money. Okay.
Yeah.
So money come to people that can have it.
Yes.
Beautiful ladies come to guys that can have them.
True.
And you can see that some beautiful ladies go with the most ugly people, ugly men, and some ugly women go with the most beautiful guys. And sometimes there's an exception, like your wife goes with you. You're beautiful and she is beautiful.
Yes.
You both can have it, yes?
Yes.
So it's really you have what you can.
Yes, I can see that totally.
Okay, so the question is, so this level of how much you can have is actually the emotion that you have. So you can look at emotion as your reaction to motion.
Yeah.
And your reaction to motion creates some kind of a wavelength.
Yeah.
Okay? So your emotion can be measured as a wavelength.
Yeah.
Okay? And you will see that money itself also have a wavelength.
Okay. How come?
Because money is a communication tool. People
Yes.
use it as a communication tool.
Yeah.
And because it moves in the society, it has certain vibration, just because it moves in society.
Okay. Yeah.
And because of that, because it have a certain vibration, a certain wavelength, if you are at the exact wavelength, you will become a billionaire. If you do it ethically, yes, there are other things because there is a reversal on that, but fine. But if you do it ethically, if you're at any one of the harmonic mean half the wavelength of that specific wavelength of money, you will have money but less, divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2.
Yeah.
And you will see that each person can have more money by changing his viewpoint. For example, I'll give you a method of getting a person to be at a higher wavelength.
Yeah.
Let's say you have an emergency. Emergency is a moment where you think, that's it, I have to do something about it. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
From now, I'm certain I have to do something about it.
Yeah.
You're not worried about anything. You are certain you have to do something about it, and you are certain that you can.
Right. And that you have to.
You have to, but you can.
But you can. Yes.
Yes, you are certain, because there is an emergency that you can go into total effect where you will play dead.
Mm-hmm.
Like people in war sometimes play dead.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's the opposite. Yes.
Yeah.
So if you have this certainty, 100%, I can do something about it, all of a sudden you will see that you will find the money. Let's say your son has something bad happen to them and you need $100,000, and up to that moment you earned $60,000 per year.
Mm-hmm.
And now you need $100,000 in 3 days. You will find it.
Yes.
Somehow it will come.
Yeah.
Why? Because this urgency raise your emotion to the emotion of the money, of that level of money,
Mm-hmm.
and you will get that amount of money, and immediately after that you will drop.
So is that just like the saying of, get your ass into gear? Is that just like the person's like, oh my God, I have to. So now they're up all night and they're working and they're calling people and they're doing what they can.
It's get you, not your ass, gets you into gear.
Yeah.
The ass get moving because you
got into gear.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's not get your body into gear. It's not.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with your ass, regardless of how nice it is or not.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's get you into gear.
Right. Right.
So when you, the spirit, decide, okay, I know,
Mm-hmm.
regardless if it's correct, incorrect, true, false, you will make it work.
Right.
Now the saving grace is that the spirit is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And so the spirit is incapable of doing something bad. The moment that you see something good, it's come from the spirit. And the moment that you see something bad, it's come from the programmer. Because the programmer always wants you to do something bad. Always. Now we're not getting into who is the programmer right now. This is a whole different area. But each one has a programmer. There's not one person alive that don't have a programmer. And the moment that you remove the effect of the programmer from your life, not only that you will have money, you will have health, you will have wealth, you will have happiness, you will not have a wife. No, I'm joking.
Life will just be really amazing.
You will have a wife, you'll have a family, you'll have children. Everything will be wow.
Mm-hmm.
Everything will be wow.
Yes, yeah, that makes sense. And would you say that some people's programmer is more in control than other people?
100%.
Some people let themselves be run by the program.
100%.
And some people sometimes lose their own grip and the programmer takes over.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And you can see that by the emotion that they demonstrate.
Mm-hmm.
So people, and I'm going to say something that will sound a bit bad and probably not popular, but if you check, it's true. People love emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Like they say, well, I have to be emotional. And it's good to be emotional. And they want to be this beautiful sadness. And it's so romantic to be sad,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the victim is honored. Yeah.
Yes. So, but it's nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be emotional. What you want to is to bestow life into things, so things are so alive,
Yes.
so happy,
so
amazing, so enthusiastic, not so emotional. Because what is emotional is a stopping of motion.
Yeah.
It's like life is motion, life is moving, life is moving, life is moving, life is moving. Anything that is alive is moving.
Mm-hmm.
And emotion is counter life.
Right.
It's what's stopping life.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in money, which means you are interested in more life, which means you are interested in more motion, you cannot be emotional and be rich.
Mm. So when you say you can't be emotional and be rich, but do you mean that if you're at a funeral, you shouldn't cry? Or if you're like, you shouldn't be happy or you shouldn't be worried? Or
of course, when you're in funeral, you should cry. But you should also understand that dying is part of living. Because otherwise you will not live. You will die. You will just try not to die.
Right.
So 1% on the bad things.
Yeah.
On the stop. Okay, there's a stop. He died. Now there's no one that will do his job. I need to find a new employee. Yes. I'm exaggerating it.
Right,
yes,
right,
yes,
of course.
I'm exaggerating
But,
it.
yes.
But 1% on the stop and 99% to take the billion or 8 billion people that are still here to get them even more alive.
Right, as opposed to pulling them down.
As opposed to he died and from now on my life is over and something happened to my child and because of that my life is over and everyone that connected to me should have their life over as well because you should really understand how painful it is. Yes, it's painful.
Mm-hmm.
But you lost one person. He lost everyone and everything. And if you want to help that person that died, don't make him so wrong for dying.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's still in communication. He still knows.
Mm-hmm.
And when you become really, 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 really sad, what he feels is, wow, I'm so wrong that I died. Look what I've done.
Right.
Look how much damage I bring. I bring damage to my mom, and she's so upset, and her life is ended. And I bring so much damage to my dad and to everyone in the family and everyone around them.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing. Oh, yes, we need to be sad. No, we need to understand that it's unfortunate things that people die. And some people die young and some people die old. But if someone die, he died. End of cycle, let's continue.
Yeah.
It sounds almost like heartless, but it's the most hearted thing you can do. If you love that person that died, get over it. If you love the people that still stay, get over it.
Yeah.
But if you want to become a victim and to use it as a justification to why you're going to become even more useless than what you are, fine. Just know that you're going to damage yourself. That person, that spirit, is going to be totally devastated.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really love him, you love yourself. You do what's good for you, not what's good for them.
Yeah. So what's good for them is, of course, there's because I've seen a lot of people talk about we don't let people grieve enough. We find that it's wrong we make people feel wrong for grieving, and that you should be okay. It's okay, grieve, like it's okay, and like enjoy. I don't want to say enjoy, but
okay, 1
have
day,
your
2
moments.
days, 5 days, a week. But let's continue.
Yeah. So
it's okay. You're sick for a week, a month, okay. But if you're sick for 6 years, I'm sorry, this is nonsense.
Right.
You need to get back into gear because the longer you grieve, the worse it will be.
Right.
So it's not good for that person that died, and it's not good for you. It's not good for anyone around you.
Yeah.
Did you see that someone that grieved and everyone around him
is happy? No.
No, everyone around him pulled down.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what are you doing? So there is damage. So it's like, it's not in the right comparison, but imagine there is a car that broke. Someone stole your car.
Mm-hmm.
And now you sit at home and you say, someone stole my car, so I'm going to destroy my body. I'm not going to take care of my work. I'm going to destroy my business. I'm going to destroy my relationship. I'm going to destroy anyone around me. And anyone that will not agree to destroy everything that they have with me, they're bad.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, the car is gone.
Yeah.
The person is gone. It's not good. I'm not for it. Yes.
It's totally sad. It's horrible.
It's sad. It's horrible, but it's life.
It's life. Yeah.
And if you don't get into gear, life will delete you. This universe do not look at you because you're grieving. And if you go in front of a shark and you say, well, I'm really grieving right now, the shark will not say, yeah, you know what, I'll come next week to eat you.
Yeah.
It will eat you now.
Yes. Yeah.
This universe will eat you now.
Yes.
True. You need to wake up and continue.
Yeah. Amazing. And that makes a lot of sense. So to circle back to emotion, I have a couple questions on money again, but quickly on emotion. So the point is, yes, there's moments where there's an appropriate emotion for that situation,
mm-hmm.
but the general thing is continue on.
Yeah. I just want to put this thing on.
Yes, put it on. I'm going to read in the meantime. There's a few comments. Wow, interesting it is from Eva. Yes, and Anna says hello from Cape Town.
Hello.
It's super interesting to learn that money has an emotion. I can totally see that, totally. And Yannick said, wow, so urgency is super important when it comes to making money. Absolutely.
You can have urgency is super important, and you need to learn how to create it. If you don't, you will not have money.
To create the urgency.
Yeah, 100%.
You got it. Yeah, so the whole thing about people work well under pressure, super true.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is you can be on the receiving end of pressure, or you can create the pressure.
Yeah, it's not actually pressure. We don't want pressure because it makes you an effect.
Right. Right.
People want to work very well when they create their own urgencies, when
Yeah.
they know, when they're certain that they want to achieve something. They really, really, really want to achieve something. I want to save my son.
Yeah.
I want
So
to save my son. I'll do anything.
yeah.
What do I need to do?
Yeah. So it's like taking the game and just increasing the stakes. High stakes game.
Yeah.
You make it for yourself a game with high stakes.
Yeah, it's like I'm going to do anything.
I'm all in.
If you saw 24, Jack Bauer.
Jack Bauer, yes. Yeah, Jack Bauer in business and your family, but
Yes,
really,
right.
like you do anything, I'm all in.
I'm all in.
High stakes game, and that's the game I'm playing.
And I know that I'm doing the right thing because I'm doing the right thing, not because someone tell me or there's some kind of fact checker.
Right. Yes, true,
Some
true.
kind of fact checker.
Yeah, true. I like that. Yes, you can rewind and hear what you said. I love that. Okay, so how much time do we have? Where are we at? 21.
Yeah.
Okay, a few more minutes.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, you can first of all write in on the comments, and we will take a look at it. If you have any questions about money.
Yeah.
Just before we wrap up, my question for you: why is it that some people just don't make it? Like, obviously it's the emotion, but what do you do with that? Yes, so what do I need to be happier and now I have money, or how do you make it?
Okay, so again, I'll give you a non-popular answer, but it's the truth. Okay.
Mhm.
If you don't have generally, if you don't have results that are comparable to your potential, if your potential is much, 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 much higher than the results that you have,
Yeah.
you have done something in the past.
Yeah.
That you're not necessarily aware of it, that was bad. And as far as you're concerned, you are so dangerous, so you have to stop yourself.
Yes.
And because of that, you say, well, I'm so dangerous without money, and I've done these bad things without money. And this thing that you've done yes, it was done 3 years ago, 30 years, 30 years ago, 300 years ago.
Right.
But for you, it's now.
Yes.
For you, it's now. I'm so dangerous. Without the money, without this thing. Look what I've done. So I mustn't have money, because if I will become more powerful, more resources, I know that I will be bad.
Right.
So because you are good, you don't have.
It's amazing.
And
yeah, go on.
And you will see that bad people, like criminals, have a lot of money, because criminals don't consider that what they are doing is bad.
Interesting.
The moment that they consider that what they're doing is bad, they will go to jail and they will not have money.
Yeah.
A criminal do not. What's the difference between me and a criminal? A criminal, when he does something, he thinks that's the way to do. You did it. That's the ethical code that we operate on.
Yeah. Even if they kill someone, they shoot someone. That was the best
that's
thing.
the best
to do.
thing to do. Like, this is honorable. If
Right.
I didn't kill you, it's not honorable.
Right.
Yes?
Yeah.
So from their viewpoint, they did not commit any sin.
Yeah.
Now I go and I scratch someone's car, and if I didn't tell him, I would not sleep at night, because I know it's not right, because it's not according to me. I did the sin. So ethics, what is a sin, is a personal thing.
Right.
Now, what the trick? The moment that the person commits a sin, there's some kind of side effects.
Yes.
Things happen like this. There are all kinds of side effects.
Yeah.
One of the side effects is you start to explain why the sin is not really a sin.
Yes.
Yes. And the moment that you start to explain why the sin is not a sin, unlike a criminal that he knows that it's not a sin, that's his ethical conduct.
Yeah, even though that's wrong,
Yes.
it is wrong from everyone sane's point of view.
Yeah.
But in his world,
According to his ethical code, telling what is ethical code? Ethical code is a method or a way of behaving that a group realize that if we behave like that, it's better. Jewish people realize that if they keep the 10 Commandments, it's better.
right.
Non-Jewish people know about the 11th commandment. commandment, which is don't get caught violating the first 10. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So, but this is the ethical code that
Yes.
Jewish people behave on, and the criminal behave on. Their ethical code is don't tell the police.
Mhm.
You must kill someone that insult you.
Mhm.
If he do that, I do that. There is a totally different ethical code.
Yes.
And because of that, they don't consider that it's bad. If you teach them or if you show them that it's bad or it's a sin, at that moment he will be destroyed. You'll see that most people that go to self-help, most people that become religious, at the beginning have a big dive.
Mhm.
They go to self-help and they really get destroyed. And the problem is that most of the time they don't know what to do about it, but they get destroyed because they realize that what they thought before is not bad is actually bad.
I
It's
can
a
see
sin.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
So I've seen people that joining a religion, let's say they decided to become Jewish because they want money.
Yes, of course. Easy fix.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's quite easy. Yes.
Yeah.
You just say, I'm Jewish and now that's it.
Yeah.
You get a check
Yeah.
in the mail from God. You
Yeah.
go to Jerusalem because the mail is very fast. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it takes a long time. To
Yeah.
arrive.
Overnight shipping.
Overnight
Yeah.
shipping. Yes. So you become Jewish all of a sudden, yes,
Right.
and you start to learn and you realize what is the right thing to do. What is the new code of conduct? Yes, what
Mhm.
is the new ethics code? Okay,
Yeah.
and you realize that you're so bad, and your life gets destroyed.
Hmm.
Like on the one hand, you feel really good because you're improving, but on the other hand, your life gets destroyed because you all of a sudden cannot make it like you used to. All of a sudden, nothing works. All of a sudden, things go bad.
Yeah. So what do you do?
What do you do? Well, in most cases, you will need to figure out for yourself how to get down of this dwindling spiral, and you will need to realize that your action is not you.
Mm.
Your action do not define you.
So to get, when you say down, you mean off the dwindling spiral.
Yes,
So you
go
realize,
down, you go down,
yeah,
you go down.
You're like, oh my
you
God,
need to
I'm doing
realize
bad.
somehow. 1 second, I'm not my actions.
Yeah.
I can do something about it. I'm good. My action was very bad. Yes, I may need to do some amends. I may need to do this. I may need to fix that. I may need to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I'm perfect,
Mhm.
and I can improve. Because why am I feeling so bad? Because I'm good.
Yes.
Bad person will see this bad thing and will say, "Well done, continue. Why did you stop, idiot?"
Yes. Yeah, true. But then my question is, so if a criminal can do well, make money, whatever, while not feeling an ounce of guilt, so shouldn't we just not feel an ounce of guilt and do criminal things?
Yeah, the problem is that the spirit knows. So for a certain period of time, even maybe for a lifetime, you will not feel that you're doing something bad and you will do financially well.
Mhm.
But inside, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because you know, you will destroy other areas of your life. And
Right.
eventually you'll destroy you and things.
So on.
Yes.
The rest is history.
And the
Yeah.
rest will repeat itself, but not exactly the same way. It will repeat in a worse way.
Mm.
So you are coming back. If you believe in past life or not, that's a different issue. If you have a problem with the past life, talk to me now. You will see it will take you 20 minutes and you will have total certainty that you lived before. And if you really want, I can even get you to remember your past life in few hours. It's
Mhm.
really, really simple. So you come back.
Yeah. So do you always come back worse? Like, do you end up like, oh my God, I ended up with a great family by mistake?
If you doing something that you know down deep inside that you wouldn't want someone else to do it to you,
Yeah.
come back worse.
Mhm. Yeah. Always.
Always.
Interesting. Yeah.
Much worse.
Yeah.
Like Chihuahua.
Chihuahua. Yeah. There's a joke behind that. Amazing.
So just
So
so
yeah,
much-
so we got a lot of wows, by the way. And then we have Kapil said, so what if one or one's mind over exaggerates every small mistake or sin, and this affects how much income one can attract, create?
This person has been convinced by sources other than himself that he is not the source. So he's not actually evaluating for himself, he's evaluating for someone else that's not there.
Okay, so the person that's like, oh my God, I scratched the car, which
And
is
it's
not
the worst,
true.
worst, yes. If he cannot evaluate the real size, it's because someone else defined for him some kind of level of goodness or badness that he has no control over, and that someone else made it much bigger than what it is, because it's not me. So it will always be a lie, and because it's a lie, big things I would think it's small things, and small things I would think they're big things, and that's what happened when you are not the source. When someone else tell you what is ethical or not, when someone else tell you what is right or not, when someone else tells you what to think, when someone else define for you what's the laws of life, instead of you observing and discovering them for yourself, even if you read or you study from someone else, you need to make it your own. If you don't make it your own, you're just a robot. Someone tell you, yeah, this is the policy about what you should do now. Yes. This is how we're going to do that. Well, welcome to robotism.
Right. Or this is what you can say, what you can't say, what you can think, what you can't think. It's that whole...
Yeah. Welcome to becoming a robot.
Right. Yeah, 100%. Which I think is a big part of making money as well, just as a by the way, is to be able to be your own source.
Yeah, your own source. You have to be the source.
Yeah.
If you're not the source for your own ideas, if you're not the source for your own dreams, if you're not the source for your imagination, you are just a robot.
Yeah, you are literally repeating what a programmer told you.
Yeah, and the programmer may be a very good programmer, like God is a very good programmer.
Yeah.
Maybe really good programmer. And by the way, this is a joke. I'm not against what God said.
Of course.
At all, yes.
But even God wouldn't want you to just
But
be
even
a puppet.
God tell you, at least according to the Jewish religion, that he gives you the power of choice.
Yeah.
God gives you the power of choice.
Right.
He tells you, like, look, there's a way, but how to walk the way and which way to take and how to behave, it's you.
Yeah.
So you need to decide, are you listening to someone else other than you? Or are you listening and then making your own independent decision of what is right and what is wrong for you without stopping seeing all viewpoints?
Right.
I can decide I love blondes, but my wife like black hair. I can still love her with black hair because I can see all viewpoints.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
Yeah.
I have a total certainty on one thing, but I am still seeing all other viewpoints, and I can have them or not have them at will.
Yes. Amazing. So three things. Number one, Kapil that asked the question said amazing insight. Thank you. Wow. So that's great. And two more things. So we're going to talk in a moment about why don't you have money course.
Yes.
Which is a great, by the way, super awesome way to get into the subject more. But the other thing I wanted to ask is, what can somebody take away as an actionable thing from today? Like, we understand the theory. Now what? I leave this live, and what can I do differently?
If you don't have enough money as much as you want, you have too much money. Now, I know it sounds weird. No, relax. Let's say you're making $2,000 per month, and you're hardly finishing, like managing, you're hardly paying all your bills, you hardly living.
Yeah, month to month, paycheck to paycheck, barely.
But if you look, you'll see that for quite a while you somehow manage, you're still here.
Yes,
for more than a month or 2 or 3 or a year or 3 years. You're doing it for quite a while. What I would suggest to you right now is, wherever you are financially, take some of the money that you make that is not enough, hide it, give it to, put it in a set aside account, put it somewhere else where you don't have access to it for a specific period of time, for 2 years, minimum 2 years. And by that, you create an emergency that will get you to produce more money, because you will manage, you will produce more money.
Yes.
And you will see that magically just because the gun is to your head, but you created it. It's not because it's not someone else's gun. It's your gun. So you're not an effect, you're cause.
Yeah.
You put the gun to your head. So that alone will increase your ability to create money. At the beginning, it will be wow, like bungee jumping.
Yeah.
But at the end, you'll see that you're connected to a cable, and 99.9999999% that jumping bungee jump are fine.
Yeah.
It's much more secure than living in this world. It's much more secure than driving to the bungee jumping. More people die on the way back to bungee jumping and get hurt than people that actually do bungee jumping.
True.
So I'm asking you to do bungee jumping.
Yes. Now, two things again, too. Number one, even people that are self-employed on a steady paycheck should do this.
100%.
Okay. Number two,
if you're most of the at least 60% of the millionaires in the world are employed by someone. So if you're employed by someone, definitely create this thing. I will tell you a few things. If you just look at your inbox, you'll find money in your inbox.
Yeah.
If you just start to organize your desk, you will find money. If you just start checking your charges, credit card charges, money that you were supposed to get refund, blah, 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 you will find money.
Yeah.
Put money aside, create this necessity level, this emergency. I need money. And one of two things will happen. You will either all of a sudden just go get yourself into gear and create money, or you will go back and become Jewish. And God will give you money.
Yes. And then the second thing, it's different to a savings. When this actionable step, when you say set aside some money.
It's money that you're not going to touch. It's not yours.
It's not your money. You put it aside 2 years.
Like people give me money set aside. They give me my students will give me money, and it's their money. But it's belong to them, and there's an agreement. It's theirs. But I control when I give it to them. For the next 2 years, they don't have any access to it. In 2 years from now, I'll give it to them. But within 2 years, they already realize that the set aside really helped them. They never use it.
So what do you do with it? Doesn't it just rot in the bank?
Expansion.
Okay, so
expansion project.
That's why it's different to savings as
That's
well.
correct.
It's not just money that dies.
No, it's money that makes money.
Yes.
Most of the people lose money. They don't have money because they don't have this emergency, so they don't have set aside. So they spend money. What I'm saying with this set aside, you use it to make money.
Yes.
So I'm creating for you this starting point so you can get this inertia of making money.
Right.
So most of the people take all the money they have, they spend it.
Yes.
And I say, whatever happened, you need to take money to make money.
Right.
To create. Usually what you can set aside is very little amount, $50, $60, whatever per month.
Right.
$100, $200. It's not enough to start saving.
Right.
But after a year or 2 years, now it's enough. And what happens is you will see that every time you make money, again, I will ask you to set aside even more money. And the magic happens regardless of the condition, regardless of what's happening outside. Corona, yes, new variant, old variant, regardless of the insanity.
Yeah.
You will have money.
Amazing.
Magic.
Amazing. Okay.
We have to finish.
We have 1 more minute to talk about Why Don't You Have Money course.
And I have 10 minutes within 10 minutes, I'm starting a webinar.
I know, you're starting another webinar now. So very quickly, you can go to gprosperity.com/get money. There's a 3-part intro. That 3-part intro costs $9.
Wow.
It's amazing. It's 6 hours of content for $9. If you don't want to pay $9, you can watch the first hour or 2 for free. So you'll see, you can get the intro for free, the first 3 for like $9, and then the bigger one is a bigger course.
And then there's one more thing, that if you took this course 9, you pay the 6 hours and you pay $10, and in the middle you decide, no, it's not what I want. You have your money back guarantee.
Yes.
So we take all the risk. You take no risk.
Yeah.
Why? Because the content is so powerful. It will fix your relationship. It will fix the problem with money you have. It will fix issues that you have with your body. The content applied to any part of your life.
It's so true.
It is so powerful.
Mhm.
What I'm teaching you is not just another thing. Oh, just be happy, just push. Believe me, that's not what I'm teaching. It's
Yeah.
not just some kind of feel good webinars. It's actually webinars that you need to work at. You need to do drills. You need to really look and confront and see good and bad things that you've done in the past and how do you handle them. And really, at the end, you discover something really amazing, that it was always you.
Yeah, there's real meat in that material, and if
Even if you are vegetarian, you would
Yeah.
like this meat.
Yes, it's even great for vegetarians. So I love that.
And we have another version if you don't if you want to have gluten free. We have a gluten free one.
Yeah,
Yes.
gluten-free content,
Yes.
vegan
content.
Yeah, we're very health conscious.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So if you can put $9, really stretch, then you can get the 3 intros, and honestly, you will love it. It's really worth it, and it's totally money back guarantee.
Yeah.
And just go to gprosperity.com/get money, dive into the subject more. This was awesome. Thank you. Love you. Thank you all for being on. Mwah.
I love this guy the most. I love him the most. There's no one like you.
Mwah, buddy.
I love you.
Love you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.